Welcome to the Renatus Business Hour, hosted by Renatus Group President CEO Pete De La Torre. The Renatus Business Hour will discuss the latest information on economic development and business opportunities in South Florida.
The Renatus Group Business Hour is brought to you in part by Great Florida Bank, Esserman International, Sam's Club, Holiday Inn Coral Gables, and Community Newspapers.
And now, here is Renatus Group President CEO Pete De La Torre.
Welcome and good morning, South Florida, to the Renatus Business Hour. This is Pete De La Torre. We are now starting as I like to say, the last month of the first half of the year. And don't look too hard, but right around the corner is the start of the second half of the year. It's been absolutely amazing, things that have happened in 2012. We opened up the year with a lot of hope and faith on things turning around. They are, but ever so slightly. Little by little, things are happening. We're going to have to be patient with this, my friends. It's not going to happen overnight. We're going to take probably a step forward, 2 steps back, but little by little, things are going to happen. But half the battle, as we always say, is how our approach and how we look at things. So hang in there one day at a time, and things are going to get much, much better in the economy. The phone number here, if you want to call into the radio show, is 305-541-2350. I have to tell you that today we are starting the show in a brand new studio. I feel like I'm on CNN radio, like the big times here. This is really impressive and good stuff here. We're getting used to the new surroundings, but we're real excited about this. We have a great show lined up today, as we typically do. We have 2 guests that are going to be joining us in about a minute or so. First of all, is a gentleman who started, I was kidding with him before the show that he started to cook at the age of 5, but it was really around when he was 17 years old. And his name is Joao Oliveira. He's the owner of 3 very, very popular restaurants here in South Florida. We'll talk a little bit more about the history, his love for cuisine, and some of the really cool things that he's doing at his restaurants. Along with Joao, we have another great team member from Great Florida Bank that's with us this morning. Ileana Miguel, Relationship Manager at Great Florida Bank. And so we're very, very happy to have her here as well. She's ready to take over the show. By the way, she's looking at me right now. I'm going to have, as I always do, my business development tip of the week. And what we're going to talk about today is very, very important. It's called a 7-point formula for financial freedom. This is some ideas to help you make more money. And I think all of you out there that are listening would like to make more money. So stay tuned, and a little bit later, we're going to go over these ideas, and I think you're going to find them extremely interesting. A little bit later, I'm going to share a couple of South Florida business headlines for the day. Towards the end of the program, I was part of a 2-day phenomenal goals conference that the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce organized and put together just last week on Thursday and Friday. I'm going to share some of the highlights of that 2-day goals conference and some of the exciting ideas and initiatives that the Chamber will now implement in the coming Chamber year. And towards the end of the program, I'm also going to let you know that I am about to start a 4-part workshop, business development workshop, that I will be facilitating at Miami-Dade College starting this Saturday, the 9th of June. And some real exciting times coming on along with that as well. So what I'd like to do right now is bring on my 2 guests. They're here with me and ready to rock and roll. And, of course, I'm here today with Joao Oliveira, owner of some really cool, popular restaurants here in Miami, along with Ileana Miguel, of course, Relationship Manager, Great Florida Bank. And thanks to both of you for joining me this morning. How you all doing?
Thank you for having us, Pete.
Thank you for having us, Pete.
Well, this is we're going to have some fun today, as we typically do, and I scared the wits out of them before we started here by telling them that we have a tradition here at the Renatus Business Hour that every guest needs to take about 30 seconds and sing a couple of lines of their favorite song. And Joao, he almost got up and just sprinted out of here. He says, I sing in my shower, and that's as far as I go there. Joao, let's break the ice here a little bit. You've got an early start in the hospitality industry, working at various restaurants in New York, Palm Beach, and now Miami. Can you tell us what's been a key factor for the success of your restaurants?
Peter, I have work in high-end restaurants and in small family-style restaurants, and I can say that very different the menu with the wine list, location, and a constant at my restaurants is the customer service. And I have doesn't matter if you serve a filet mignon or pizza, the customer service is the key.
Well, now obviously you have a passion. You're a cook, I would imagine.
Yes,
right?
I am. I'm a chef.
You're a chef. What inspired you to be a chef, and at such a young age as well?
It's in the blood because my grandfather was a chef, so. And I got learn with my grandfather. So it's kitchen is like an art, It just as much you get involved in the kitchen, you get more passion.
The people that I know that cook, and I do very little cooking, by the way. They either love it or they really don't like it all that much. They cook because they have to. But in order for someone like you to become a chef and open restaurants, it just has to be a passion. It has to come from the heart, right?
For sure. Yes.
Yeah, and
you're
that's
totally right.
And that from everything that I'm hearing is what makes your restaurant so successful. And you have customers that keep coming back, I would imagine, right?
Yes.
That is
Definitely.
Great. Now, Ileana, tell me a little bit about what you're doing at the bank, and obviously you're here together with Joao, and let's talk a little bit about what your focus is and how you work with your customers, because your customers are not just customers. I mean, you almost adopt them as family members, correct?
Yes, we do, especially in Great Florida Bank. And Joao, even though our fields are very different, I find it very interesting that in both fields, customer service is the key to success. I think that from a client's point of view, there is no better feeling than for someone to know your name. Be it, if you're in the bank or, in the restaurant or even in your local market. Customer service goes beyond being polite and friendly. And I think that probably one of the best tips that I can give anyone in the service industry is to get to know your clients, as it is any company's most important assets.
You know that customer service and client relationships, they've been around since business was invented, right? Mm-hmm. Way back when, whatever that year was. But sadly, it's still a downfall of so many businesses regarding the industry. And the thing about it is that we take, unfortunately, our customers for granted sometimes, assuming we got them, they're with us, and we think they're going to stay with us.
And I agree with you in that sense. Sometimes we get comfortable with the customers, and you say, I'll call him tomorrow or I'll call him next week. And in the meantime, when you lose that touch with the customer. And to me, and in my eyes, customer service and keeping in touch with your customers is key to any business.
Ileana, in between those phone calls, and you can't be calling your customers every day, and you have so many of them, and that's to be understand. But they're being approached by another 10 or 15 banks.
And I agree with you 100%.
All the time. So, that you can't control. That's out of your control there. And the same with Joao. You go, there's so many choices of food and just Italian food and that kind of cuisine. So that customer service component, in addition to the quality of the food and the quality of the products of the bank, that's the combination right there. Good quality, good services, and, taking care of your customers. What do you think, Joel, that you do differently in terms of customer service?
I go to the tables. I take orders, and I do also let my customers, change the menu. They can come to my restaurants, and then, for example, that is a mushroom and a pasta, and they want to substitute the mushroom for asparagus. I do, I do a customer, service to them. So this is one of the differences that I have, in the restaurant here, because usually you go to a restaurant, you ask them to change anything, they won't let you.
God forbid.
And I do let my customer, change because, that's my recipe. But, probably you don't like mushroom, you want to add asparagus, why not? And, that's another thing. All my dishes at the restaurants are made by order, so I can be able to do whatever I want with my dishes.
And that allows your creativity to also be tapped in and be able to do different things and take one combination of food with another and create a new specialty, something that you can call the Joao, dish of the month or something to that effect there.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Even though, like you say, you can learn, if someone asks, I don't like mushroom, but I want to, artichokes. And then you say, wait a minute, you need to try, you say, oh, this chicken with artichokes, well, tastes good. So you learn. That's exactly what you say.
And I had, back in March, I had a chef who has a restaurant out in West Miami-Dade County, Chef Adrian Calvo is her name. And it's funny because what you're telling me here is to a certain degree somewhat similar to what she's doing in her restaurant. And, she may have some regular types of meals and dishes and all that, but she's always constantly changing and giving the clients a different experience when they walk in. And it kind of sounds like you do something differently there. It's almost like, what would you like?
Right.
Not what would you like on the menu, but what would you like that's not on the menu here?
Correct. It's just like when a customer walk into a restaurant and they ask me, what do you recommend me? I say, what do you want to have today? You want to have pasta? You want to have fish? You want to have meat? You want to have risotto? I let them, tell me what they want to have. So I'll prepare, I prepare special, for them.
That is fantastic. Now, question for Eliana now. As you probably know already, I am a customer of Great Florida Bank, which is a good thing there. And one of the things that I have found in going to the solution centers, I'm like the old show Cheers. Everybody knows your name. Well, they kind of look at me like, hey, what's going on, Pete? What's happening here? And I don't have to show an ID. I don't have to bring out my wallet. Here's my license. And why do you think that's the case with Great Florida Bank?
Well, Great Florida Bank customers are considered to us celebrities. We try to make them feel special. Like you said, we know all of our customers by their first names. We give them one-on-one treatment. We offer refreshments. We offer coffee, water. When the customers come in, we ask them to sit down in the customer service waiting area while the teller processes their transactions. They can read the newspaper. They can watch, some TV. So to us, keeping the customer happy when they're in the solution centers is essential to the bank's success.
Now I know why they're asking for my autograph. I'm a celebrity.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. It's a really good feeling there. Joel, let's talk a little bit more about your restaurants. Now, of course, they have a great reputation, not just because of the food, but because they're affordable, correct?
Correct.
How are you able to bring out and serve such quality, but yet keep the prices to that the normal person, the average person, come in and enjoy a good dinner there or lunch?
As an owner and a chef, I create, the dishes, and I can be able to, I'm the one that do the buyer. So I go to the market almost every day, and, I pick my vegetables and I pick my fish. And so that way, and also I do, my pasta, my fresh pasta. I do all my desserts. So I can, pick, the right ingredients with the quality and the reasonable price, so I can be able to, do all my dishes, affordable.
Running restaurants has got to be, if you don't have a passion for what you're doing, because you see restaurants here today, gone tomorrow. It's like a revolving door. And yet you see others that have been around forever. And I think to myself, what's the difference? Why is it that person that came in and opened up a restaurant a year later, 2 years later, they're gone? And yet, it's amazing to me is, what is that? Is it timing? Is it doing something a little bit different? Is it the consistency factor? I guess it's all of that, correct?
Yes. It's like you say, it's not easy to run a restaurant. You got to have the passion. You got to be there every day, 24/7. It's not just like, you have money and you open a restaurant and run the restaurant. It's not the key. The key, you got to be there every single day. You got to make sure the quality that you have, the service that you provide to your customers, the price that you mentioned, you got to have all those three keys to be a successful and have the restaurant for many, many, many years.
And, I've been to other restaurants as well where they have I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 really, really good years, and it happened to one in particular in Doral that was there 12, 13 years in a great corner. I'm not going to mention the name of the restaurant. Great location, and even before Doral became a city, matter of fact. And they had the name. Of course, you knew that name of the restaurant, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and then they had the chef for 80% of that time, and then that chef left, and then somebody else came in. Obviously, the chef is a critical part of a restaurant.
It is. It's the heart of the restaurant.
Right.
The kitchen is the heart of the restaurant. You can have a beautiful restaurant. You can put it together, nice dining room, beautiful, bar. But if you don't have a good chef behind the scene,
Yep.
you don't make it.
You don't make
You
it.
don't make it.
And
Yeah.
then with the customer service, that I think is the right
That's the
formula.
combination, correct?
And having that passion for what you do is absolutely incredible. In our modern tech-savvy world, customer service, of course, goes a long way. People can instantly tweet, blog, write on Facebook about an experience that they had at a local restaurant, and that is like in a split second. Or, how many times, and I don't know if you get a lot into social media yourself, but someone will put down there, just checked in at blank restaurant or this place. So we are, without even noticing it, we're all becoming, to a certain degree, food critics. And how are you utilizing social media with your restaurant, or how are you doing anything with that?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, today
Are you
gotta.
the guru yourself, by the way, or do you have someone helping you?
I have someone helping, and I also do. But today you have to be in a social media. You have to be.
Has that social media actually, because this is important here, there's two things. Is you want to continue maintaining what you have, a good success formula, but you're also looking to take it to another level. Have you seen social media take your restaurant, your business to another level?
Yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Give me one. Can you think of an example of that?
It's amazing. Like people today, before they go eat, before they go, out for dinner or lunch, whatever, they go to the websites and they read the reviews. And if you get a bad review, of course you're not gonna, people they're not gonna come see you. So you try, that's why you always have to try, make, as better you can. So you always know those people, they come to your restaurant and have experience, and they always have a great experience, so they can, write it. Because everybody now is critical.
I think you might be doing this. I don't know, but I think that, and it's happening, and it'll happen in spotty situations there. But I think it'd be cool to put some sort of, give somebody, if you liked your experience today, do a tweet or post something on Facebook. It's almost, some of them will do it anyways, but kind of promote that culture. If you like what you saw here today, mention something along the way. If you have any complaints, come see me in the back room. No, I'm kidding. By the way. Ileana, in terms of social media, from a banker's perspective, are you using it? Is the bank using it?
The bank uses it in a,
we have our compliance officer here, the doctor of marketing in the background, Barbara Marcel.
We don't use it personally.
Okay.
Because as you know, the banking industry is very controlled.
Absolutely.
But I do know that the bank as a whole uses some sort of, media like Facebook or...
Yeah, I was in financial services about 11 years, and that was before this social media craze. And you talk about compliance, emails, sending out emails. We had to going through like the IRS in Washington, going through all these, they had to see everything. It had to be compliance approved. So it is a challenge in financial services. I will tell you that.
I have a quick question.
Absolutely. Barbara has a question.
I wanted to say that one of my favorite foods is pizza, and I remember you were just saying that you have a restaurant that's just for pizza, or is it pasta and pizza? How does that work?
No, I have a separate. I have a Tutto Pizza.
Okay.
Okay, and
where is
also
that
have
located?
located on 1763 Southwest 3rd Avenue.
Okay.
And the other one is Tutto Mare. Okay, it is a seafood, and I also have pastas. I have meat, steaks, chicken, and that's located at 2525 Southwest 3rd Avenue.
Okay. Tell me about the pizza. Is it a special recipe from your grandfather or your father? How did that come about?
It is. My pizzas is just, I always tell people, pizzas, it's very simple. You just have to use, good ingredients. That's the key. And I also, my pizza is cooked in a wood oven.
Ooh.
So that's make a big difference in the.
What's your most popular pizza?
My most popular pizza is the prosciutto pizza.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Can we go there for lunch
Can we
today?
go there now?
Yeah, of course.
And then Ileana was mentioning earlier that she has 2 desserts that just make her swoon. I was going to get her to tell us what desserts you love that he makes.
The desserts were just fabulous. It's called a guava souffle and a guava and cream cheese ice cream. And they are to die for.
You know what we've just done today? We
Of
just
course,
killed
all-
everybody's diet
all
this morning. I want
dietetic.
you to know that. Oh, yes, of course. But I heard something a long time ago, and correct me if I'm wrong. We have about a minute left here in our conversation. Again, I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody who was from New York, and of course, there's nothing like New York pizza, okay? And I go, well, what's the difference? He goes, the difference is the water. Is that?
I heard about the bagel also.
Okay.
Yeah. Bagel, they say the difference in the water, and I don't know. Maybe my pizzas, I think it's better than in New York. You should try
man,
my
I am
pizza.
there today. I am there today. All right, we're going to be wrapping up here, but Joel, before we move on, you want to have any last things you want to tell the listeners? Any upcoming events you're going to have? Anything different that you're doing at any one of your restaurants?
Yes, I do. This happy hour every Thursday, which is a whisk night. So we can have
What is it? Whisk
night. It's Scotch. Yeah, we can have
whiskey night.
Yeah, whiskey night.
I'm going to whisk on over there. That's for sure. So which one of the restaurants? Or all
And
of
this
them?
is Tutto Mare,
Okay, so again, what are the 3 restaurants? Tutto Mare,
right?
and the other 2 are the Pasta Factory,
Tutto Pasta Factory, right? Correct. I manufacture, fresh pasta for restaurants.
and the third one?
And the third one is Tutto Pizza.
Okay, so all of you heard that today. You gotta get a hold of Joel. What is the best way for the listeners, to get a hold of you?
Get a hold of me. Just come to see me at the restaurant.
Do they have to make reservations? Or?
Yeah, they can call and they can make reservations. And the phone number is 305-858-2525. And that's the best way to get a hold of me.
Ileana, what's the best way for the listeners to get a hold of you?
They can call me directly at 305-514-6451.
And that's your...
That's my direct line for great customer service.
The best. And I can attest to that. Again, I'm a customer of Great Florida Bank, and the service is second to none. And I would urge all of you to check Great Florida Bank out, because it is a great experience. They're very innovative. They got some great services. And one of the best, even though they got a lot of good ones, is that ATM. You go to any ATM anywhere, if some of them want to charge you $8, okay, guess what? Within 24 to 48 hours, tops, those $8 get back into your account. And something, at the end of the year, that adds up.
Exactly. That's like one of the best things we offer our customers is the no-fee ATM, which gives the customer the freedom to use the ATM anywhere in the world, in any bank, and those fees get immediately reversed. So that's a great benefit to the customers.
Well, my friends, you heard some good conversation here this morning, and I guess the common denominator is customer service and doing what you love. And both of my guests here today absolutely do what they love. Joel, thank you very much for coming out here.
No, thank you,
Leanne, I'm going
Peter.
to wave
Thank
to
you,
you, say
Pete.
hello in the break. And we are going to, speaking of a break, we're going to go to a break now, and we will return with the Renatus Business Hour.
The Renatus Group Business Hour is brought to you in part by Great Florida Bank, Esserman International, Sam's Club, Holiday Inn Coral Gables, and community newspapers.
Hi, I'm Pete Delatorre, host of the Renatus Business Hour show. Do you hate your bank? Don't care? Are you tired of never being able to contact your banker and getting charged a fee for almost everything you do? Always being in the back of the line? If so, you might want to listen to what I have to say about my bank, Great Florida Bank. Here I get personalized, concierge-style service. And now is a great time to sign up for Great Florida Bank's Merchant Services Mobile Credit Card Processing Solution. Their team will take a look at your processing needs, and if a mobile solution works for you, they'll give you a mobile card reader for free. If Great Florida Bank can't meet or beat your current processing rates, you'll receive $500. I'm going to share one of Great Florida Bank's best-kept secrets. They never charge customers to use ATMs nationwide. Plus, if another bank charges you an ATM fee, they reimburse that ATM fee anywhere in the U.S. At Great Florida Bank, they take pride in offering personalized customer service and even give their customers their cell number. If you want a banking experience like mine, the Great Florida Bank Standard of Banking, call my personal banker, Obdulio Piedra, Great Florida Bank's Miami-Dade Market President. Call his cell, 305-514-6450, and tell Obdulio I sent you.
Imagine owning one of the finest automobiles in its class for a payment you never thought possible. Well, right now at Esserman International Volkswagen, it is possible. Because for a limited time, you can lease the all-new 2012 Passat S for just $219 per month. Yes, you heard right. A 2012 Passat S for just $219 per month with only $19.99 due at signing on a 36-month lease with zero security deposit. Only Esserman International Volkswagen can offer you such an exquisite combination of price and service. Enjoy it all at Esserman International Volkswagen, home of the 2012 Passat S for just $219 per month. Lease options exclude title, tax, options, and dealer fees. Based on 10,000 miles per year. Offer valid through June 30th, 2012.
Forever Smile Dentistry is dedicated to serve patients in our community. Their state-of-the-art technology allows them to offer you and your family the highest level of care you're looking for. They will give you a warm welcome and ongoing commitment to your dental health and beauty. Dr. Amaral and her experienced team are committed to excellence by providing you with the highest quality and ethical treatment modern dentistry has to offer. They work with their patients so they can achieve and maintain a beautiful smile and healthier gums and teeth. They take the time with their patients to explain their treatment options and inform them of additional preventative care. They feel this will lead to a more trusting doctor-patient relationship and, for many people, relieve the stress about seeing a dentist. Have you ever dreamed of that perfect smile? Well, here is where your dreams come true. Visit their website, www.foreversmiledentistry.com. To make an appointment, call 305-274-0425. The Renatus Group Business Hour is brought to you in part by Great Florida Bank, Esserman International, Sam's Club, Holiday Inn Coral Gables, and community newspapers.
Welcome back to the Renatus Business Hour, and again, I want to thank my guest, Joao Oliveira. Great conversations. I can't wait to hit his restaurants. He's got 3 of them again, and make sure that you take some time to have lunch or dinner out there. And, of course, I want to thank Ileana Miguel, Relationship Manager at Great Florida Bank. Good conversation on an important aspect of our business, which is customer service. It is absolutely critical. The call-in number here, if you want to get a hold of me and ask me a question, is 305-541-2350. And now, as I do every week, I always enjoy sharing with all of you a business development tip of the week. And the one today is called the 7-point formula for financial freedom. Tips on how to help you make more money. Now, one goal that we all have in common is that we all want to make more money and improve our personal finance. However, only a small percentage of us actually achieve the financial freedom we long for. We all want to have more money so that we never have to worry about money again. The only question is, are you going to do it or not? Now, the good news is that there are more people achieving financial freedom faster today than ever before. There are currently almost 4 million millionaires, most of them self-made, first generation. Through proper financial planning and making it a goal to improve your personal finance, you can become one of them too. Now, here is a 7-point formula that you can use to make more money, improve your personal finance, and achieve financial freedom in the years ahead. This formula for financial freedom is based on the fact that it is possible for you to increase your productivity, performance, and output by 0.5% per week. This 0.5% improvement can be achieved by something as simple as setting better priorities each day. If you can improve your productivity, performance, and output by 0.5% per week, and you can do this for 4 weeks in a row, you will be 2% more productive than you were when you began. Now, here they are. Number 1, the golden hour. Get up every morning 2 hours before you have to be at work or at your first appointment, and invest the first hour in yourself. Now, this is commonly called the golden hour. And the first hour of the morning is the rudder of the day. It sets the tone for everything that happens afterward. If you read 1 hour each morning, that will translate actually into 1 book per week. This will then translate into approximately 50 books per year, or 500 books over the next 10 years. The very act of reading 1 hour every single day will enable you to increase your productivity, performance, and output by 0.5% per week consistently. It will give you your 1,000% increase over 10 years. Secondly, rewrite your major goals for financial freedom. Rewrite and review your goals every day and think of how you're going to accomplish them. This will take you between 5 to 10 minutes. The very act of writing and rewriting your goals and thinking about them each morning before you start will increase your productivity, performance, and output by 0.5% per week, 2% per month, 26% per year. Number 3, plan every day in advance. Step number 3 is for you to plan again every day in advance. And the best time to do this is the night before. The very act of planning each day, each week, each month in advance will make you far sharper and more precise at everything you do. You will find yourself with better focus and a greater sense of self-control and personal power when you work from a list. And guess what? Your efficiency will jump 25% the first day. Number 4, the principle of concentration. Concentrate single-mindedly every hour of every day on the most valuable use of your time. The principle of concentration is absolutely essential to achieve financial freedom. Virtually everything you do in terms of goal setting and financial planning is aimed at enabling you to determine the 1 or 2 things that you should concentrate on more than anything else. This is what I call revenue producing activities, and the acronym is RPAs. Your ability to develop the habit of concentration will do more to assure your personal financial success than perhaps any other skill or habit you can acquire. Let me repeat that. Your ability to develop the habit of concentration will do more to assure your personal financial success than perhaps any other skill or habit you can acquire. It's in other words, focus. Number 5 in the 7-point formula. Listen to audio programs to make more money. Listen to audio programs in your car. Now think about this. Here in South Florida, the average person, and this is probably even more than this, but the average person spends approximately 500 to 1,000 hours per year behind the wheel. Sometimes, kidding, of course, it feels like we do that weekly. But you know something? That by turning your car into a university on wheels, and I love that terminology, university on wheels, you can become one of the most knowledgeable and most skilled people in your profession. On a personal perspective, through the years, I've been involved in multiple different types of training programs, in classrooms, watching CDs, and now of course through the internet. But do you know something? That by listening, these are the types of things that you start to internalize, and it goes to your subconscious and becomes an important part of you. Now, I've again, along with this, I've spoken to thousands of people who have learned how to make more money, actually, by listening to audio programs continuously as they drove around. Again, the very act of listening to audio programs all by itself can give you an increase of 0.5% per week and more over time. Number 6, magic questions. Ask yourself the 2 magic questions after every meeting and after every event of importance in your life. This is the first question you have to ask yourself. What did I do right? The second question, what would I do differently next time? By reviewing your performance immediately after every meeting, sales call, and presentation, you will become better and better and do this faster than you can ever imagine. The answers to both of these questions are positive. Again, we are focused on what is positive, not what is negative, my friends. By reviewing what you did right and what you would do differently the next time, you program into your mind a predisposition to be even better the next time out. If you take a few minutes and write down everything you did right and everything you would do differently immediately after a call or presentation, you can double and triple the speed at which you learn and grow and improve in your work. It works, my friends. It really works. Number 7, and these are sometimes the little things that we forget, but they make the biggest difference. Learn to appreciate. The final point is to treat everyone you meet like $1 million customer. Treat every single person at home and at work as if they were the most important person in the world. Since everybody believes that he or she is the most important person in the world, when you treat them as if they were, they appreciate your recognition and acknowledgement more than you can ever imagine. In closing, by setting financial freedom and personal finance accumulation as your goals, and then by implementing, listen to what I'm saying, implementing, not thinking about, but taking action, proper financial planning on the one hand to get better, and better at what you do, while on the other hand, saving more and more of what you earn. And if you do all of this, you will become financially independent. Not a self-made millionaire, if not a self-made millionaire in the years ahead. Everything that I shared with you this morning is not rocket science. It's very basic and very straightforward. But the point is that you got to commit yourself. You got to do things 1 hour at a time, every single day. And it is your choice as to which way you're going to go. Are you going to continue to focus on the things that you're not happy about? Or will you focus and take responsibility of yourself, take ownership, and implement the things that have worked for other successful people? My friends, that is my business development tip of the week. We're going to go to another break, and we will be right back with the Renatus Business Hour.
The Renatus Group Business Hour is brought to you in part by Great Florida Bank, Esserman International, Sam's Club, Holiday Inn Coral Gables, and community newspapers.
Imagine owning one of the finest automobiles in its class for a payment you never thought possible. Well, right now at Esserman International Volkswagen, it is possible. Because for a limited time, you can lease the all-new 2012 Passat S for just $219 per month. Yes, you heard right. A 2012 Passat S for just $219 per month with only $19.99 due at signing on a 36-month lease with zero security deposit. Only Esserman International Volkswagen can offer you such an exquisite combination of price and service. Enjoy it all at Esserman International Volkswagen, home of the 2012 Passat S for just $219 per month. Lease options exclude title, tax, options, and dealer fees. Based on 10,000 miles per year. Offer valid through June 30th, 2012.
The newly renovated Holiday Inn Miami Coral Gables is centrally located in the heart of the upscale city of Coral Gables on South Dixie Highway, across the University of Miami, and just 20 minutes from the Miami International Airport. When priorities turn from work to play, guests are central to everything, including great shopping, dining, and entertainment at Dayland Mall, the shops at Sunset Place, Coconut Grove, and Bayside Marketplace. The Miami Metro Rail is just a short walk across the street to get you to all these great attractions. All the attractions that make South Florida a favorite tourist destination are just around the corner, putting your guests within minutes to Para Jungle, Miami Sea Aquarium, Metro Zoo, and much more. For more information, please contact the sales department at 305-667-5611 or visit their website at www.hicoralgables.com. Holiday Inn Coral Gables.
The Renatus Group Business Hour is brought to you in part by Great Florida Bank, Esserman International, Sam's Club, Holiday Inn Coral Gables, and community newspapers.
Welcome back, my friends, to the Renatus Business Hour. We are on every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. here on 880 a.m. The Biz. We want to hear from you. Comments, suggestions for future shows. The number here again is 305-541-2350. You want to get a hold of me directly, my email is pete@renatusgroupfl.com. That's RENATUSGROUP, and then FL like Florida. My website is renatusgroupfl.com. Become a fan of Renatus Group Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter and connect with me on LinkedIn. I now want to share with everyone a couple of business headlines. This is directly from Miami Today's edition last week, and it continues to amplify the positive news and the movement in terms of jobs, which at the end of the day is what we're all hoping will change sooner rather than later, and what's happened here in this recession. First headline I want to share with everyone is Spanish companies, which is the connection with the country of Spain is becoming larger and larger, and we have 3 companies now that are bringing additional jobs to the city of Miami. 3 Spain-based firms have announced they will expand or relocate in Miami, creating 465 jobs in the next 3 years. The average annual salaries will range from $35,500 to $55,000. There are 3 firms. OHL USA, one of the world's largest global construction companies. Miami City Tour, formerly El Grupo Julia, a travel and tourism transportation company. And a local company here that we know, Total Bank. They are a leading retail commercial bank, of course, based in South Florida, and a member of Grupo Banco Popular Español. Now, officials made the announcement after representatives of the Beacon Council, Miami-Dade's Economic Development Organization, and others accompanied Florida Governor Rick Scott on a trade mission last week to Spain and Portugal. OHL USA, just to give you an idea of what they do, is expanding its presence in the U.S. market by adding a new U.S. South Region headquarters in Northwest Miami-Dade. They specialize in civil engineering, healthcare, and university projects. OHL's new location is expected to add 255 jobs within 3 years with a $22 million capital investment. The second company, Miami City Tour, will open its first USA location in Miami Beach with plans to add about 150 jobs within 3 years with a $4 million capital investment, including state-of-the-art tour buses. That should be pretty cool. Total Bank plans to further expand in Miami-Dade, adding 10 branches and 60 jobs within 3 years with a $4 million capital investment. Now, when you add all this up, we have approximately $30 million of capital investment that will be plugged into the local economy here. Total Bank already is a leading commercial bank in South Florida with more than $2.3 billion in assets and currently has 19 Miami-Dade locations. So congratulations to the three organizations, and our relationship with Spain continues to grow in a very, very positive way. The second headline is Telemundo to expand telenovela production in Hialeah. Telemundo, famous for its passionate telenovelas, say it will swell its original production by more than 50% at its Hialeah location and add 800 hours of general content, a 40% increase to its 2012-2013 programming lineup. Now, telenovela, which is a series similar to a soap opera, tells a full story in about 151-hour episodes, so they're not going to go away too fast. Telemundo's multiple platforms include the Telemundo Network, a Spanish-language television network featuring original productions, theatrical motion pictures, news and sports event. They have another operation called MUN2, M-U-N, the preeminent voice for bicultural Hispanics in the U.S., Telemundo Digital Media, which distributes Telemundo's content across digital and emerging platforms, including mobile devices, and Telemundo International, the international distribution arm that has positioned Telemundo as the second largest provider of Spanish-language content worldwide by syndicating content to more than 100 countries in over 35 languages. Now, according to Emilio Romano, president of Telemundo Media, in a press release, says that this season we are presenting our most ambitious original programming slate ever, a testament to our commitment to produce the most relevant Spanish-language content for the largest Hispanic audience possible. So, congratulations to Telemundo, and as you can see, the onslaught of new jobs and new opportunities continue to grow. I want to share a couple of, summarize a couple of things here right now. First of all, I had the pleasure of attending the Greater Miami Chamber's Goals Conference last Thursday and Friday at the Hilton Miami downtown. And there was approximately, I believe, about 1,000 participants in the two-day Goals Conference, which had a combination of they had a mayoral forum to start Thursday morning. They had 2 lunches, 2 fantastic receptions in the evening. But the heartbeat of these 2 days Goals Conference, which the Chamber has been doing for several years now, is to roll out the goals and the objectives for the Chamber year, which started, of course, June the 1st. The highlight of the 2 days is the installation of the new chairperson for the coming Chamber year. And this year, Phyllis Oders, who represents Baptist House, South Florida, is the incoming chair, now is the chair for the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce. There were approximately 17 workshops in the 2 days with the committee chairs summarizing the past year and then opening it up to discussion with the participants in each one of the workshops. These are the committees that had their rollouts last week: banking and finance, technology and bioscience, education, nonprofit business, sustainability, environment and energy, healthcare, real estate, transportation and infrastructure, creative industries, New World Center, strategic partnerships, business excellence, Miami military advocacy, sports, governmental affairs, international business development, and of course, marketing the chamber. I floated in between a lot of the workshops just to get an idea of what the discussions were about. And I have to tell you, from my personal perspective, this is going to be an exciting year at the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce. And I urge all of you that are hearing today to find out more about the chamber and all of the opportunities. They're a solid 105 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And the best way to get to know the chamber is either to contact directly the office at 305-350-7700 or go to their website, miamichamber.com. And one of the things that was discussed is that the chamber will be rolling out a brand new, sparkling website. I think it'll be sometime in the early fall, so look out for that. The last thing I want to share with all of you today is the start of my 4-part workshop that I will be facilitating at Miami-Dade College West Campus in Doral. The first one is this Saturday. It's called Periodization. 12 weeks to breakthrough. Creating results through focus, commitment, and accountability. You will learn to set short-term goals and objectives and become an effective strategic planner. On Saturday, June 16th, will be the second one, Golden Rule Marketing. You will learn the Golden Rule in business. And you will learn to become someone that most people will know, like, and trust. You will also learn how to attract business to you in the new economy. Saturday, June 30th, will be the third one, Universal Process, where you will learn how to become a doctor of selling and learn how to become a process-driven, revenue-generating business professional. And the fourth in the series, we'll jump into the month of July, will be Saturday, July 21st, and it is called Long-Term Connectivity. Learn the essence of effective customer service that will attract long-term referrals and repeat business to you. So I urge you all to check it out. If you want to register, just go to my website, renatusgroupfl.com, homepage on the bottom, click the box there, and it will take you right into the online presence for Miami-Dade College, and you can register directly for each one of the classes or all 4 of them. And I look forward to seeing you all there this coming Saturday. Well, this has been another great, great show. I want to thank, of course, my guests, Joao Oliveira and Ileana Miguel. And Joao is just a very passionate chef. He's got his 3 restaurants, Tutu Mare, Tutu Pasta Factory, and Tutu Pizza. So check it out. I can't wait to go out there myself and enjoy the cuisine and the service that I'm hearing so much about. Of course, Ileana Miguel, Relationship Manager at Great Florida Bank. Thank her so much. Barbara Marcel, who's always here in the background and sharing her thoughts as well. Thank you so much to everyone there. We are on every Wednesday morning here at 8:80 a.m. The Biz at 10 a.m. Of course, the show can be also heard online at 880thebiz. That's biz.com. My friends, thank you for being part of the experience this morning. And I do want to throw in one last minute. Go Heat. We all know you can still do it. It's not over yet, but tomorrow night is the game. Of course, do or die. My friends, have a great, positive, and productive, profitable week. Take care of yourselves.
You've been listening to the Renatus Group Business Hour with its president and CEO, Pete De La Torre. Be sure to listen next Wednesday at 10 a.m. for great business information in South Florida and the nation.
The Renatus Group Business Hour is brought to you in part by Great Florida Bank, Esserman International, Sam's Club, Holiday Inn Coral Gables, and community newspapers.